Next example, the quantity of not P or Q if and only if the quantity of not Q implies P. As you can see in the logical statement, we have two variables. So meaning to say, we will use a truth table that has two variables. Next is to identify the variable that you're going to evaluate first. So you have to check if the truth values of the variables inside the parentheses is already given. If it's not, then you have to get it first before you can evaluate the term inside the parentheses. So for the first parentheses, we have not P or Q. And as you can see, not P is still not given in our truth table. So you have to evaluate not P first before we can evaluate not P or Q. All you have to do is add another column for not P. So let's just recall how are we going to get the negation of a certain truth value. So getting the negation of a certain truth value, all you have to do is get the opposite of that given truth value. Na for example, pagka true, magiging false, tas pagka false, magiging true. Evaluating not P, we have to focus on the truth values in the column of the variable P. Getting the negation of true, the answer is false. Second row, we have true, the negation of true is false. Third, we have false, the negation of false is true. Lastly, the negation of false is true. If we have the values for not P, you can now evaluate the term inside the parentheses or yung term na not P or Q or yung logical statement na not P or Q. Or, pwede din namang ang gawin, you have to check other terms inside the parentheses. Tapos pwede nyo ding i-check kung yung mga terms ba inside the parentheses is already given. So if it is not, you can still parang the next column can be the variable that is not given in the truth table, yung isusunod ninyo. Pwede namang ganon. Or kaya naman, you can immediately evaluate the term inside the parentheses na not P or Q. So, it's your choice. Nakagaya sa case nito, di ba may not Q pa dun sa kabilang parentheses. So, you can evaluate not P or Q first, or you can evaluate not Q first. So, either way ay okay lang naman kung alin dun yung mauna. So, let's say we will evaluate not Q first. So, what you're going to do is the same with not P, you will just get the negation of Q. To evaluate not Q, we have to focus on the column of the variable Q. The negation of true is false. Negation of false is true. Negation of true is false. The negation of false is true. Now that the variables inside the parentheses is already given in our truth table, you can now evaluate the term inside the parentheses or yung logical statement inside the parentheses na not P or Q or yung isa pang logical statement na not Q implies P. So if you'll ask me, ma'am, what are we going to evaluate first? Is it not P or Q or yung not Q implies P? Pwedeng kahit alin dyan sa dalawa yung mauna since pareho naman silang given na yung mga variables inside it or yung parang dun sa logical statement. So, it's for you to decide alin dyan yung uunahin po ninyo. So, let's say we will evaluate not P or Q first. Or kaya naman, if you are really confused as to what should be the term that should be evaluated first, so parang isipin nyo na lang, 'di ba, sa logical statement, importante yung arrangement ng variables niyo. So, ang lagi nyong uunahin na i-evaluate is yung nasa leftmost na part para pag nag-evaluate na kayo nung huling logical statement or yung buong logical statement na for the given item, hindi nyo na kailangang magpalit-palit ng tag nito ng column. So, parang naka-align siya the way it is written in the logical statement. So, uunahin nyo lagi yung leftmost na term. So, this is the ruling for the disjunction. So, parang ang tatandaan nyo lang dito, parang yung pinaka-ano lang nito, gist nito is, pagka may isa or dalawa kang true dun sa dalawang variable mo, ang sagot niya ay true. Nagiging false lang siya pag parehong false yung dalawang variable mo. In evaluating not P or Q, we will focus on the columns of not P at saka yung variable na Q. And you have to take note na for this one, baliktad yung placing ng columns natin. Nauuna yung Q before yung not P. So, in evaluating, you have to parang interchange not P or Q. O kaya naman sa isip nyo, ilalagay nyo na uunahin nyo yung mga truth values for not P bago nyo i-consider yung mga truth values na nasa Q. Evaluating, we have F or T. The answer is T. Next, F or F, the answer is F. T or T, the answer is T. Lastly, T or F is T. Next is to evaluate the term not Q implies P. So for conditional statements, if your truth values are T implies T, false implies true, or F implies F, the answer will be true. It will only be false if the truth values will be T implies F. Evaluating not Q implies P, we have to focus on the column of not Q and P. Tapos po, you have to take note also na sila ay naka-interchange. So, pag mag-evaluate kayo, you have to interchange the truth values for not Q or P. Or una nyong babanggitin yung mga truth values na nasa column ng not Q before yung truth values na nasa column ng P. F implies T is T. T implies T is T. F implies F is T. Lastly, T implies F is F. Now that we're done with the evaluation of the terms inside the parentheses, we can now proceed with the evaluation of the whole logical statement since wala naman ng terms outside the parentheses kung di yung buong logical statement na lang. So, let's evaluate the quantity of not P or Q if and only if the quantity of not Q implies P. For biconditional statements, all you have to take note is that if the truth values is not the same, then the answer is false. If the truth values is the same, then the answer is true. We will now focus on the column of the term not P or Q and the column for the term not Q implies P. T if and only if T, the answer is T. F if and only if T, the answer is false. T if and only if T, the answer is true. T if and only if F, the answer is false.